everybody.
Hey, welcome to the show.
It's a really big one. We have a huge show.
It is.
That's what she said.
So big that we'll be.
I'm just waiting for it.
ill prepared to stuff it into 1 hour.
Oh, I'm glad you followed that up with 1 hour.
With cleanliness?
Yeah. Because if it was just you and I sitting around
yeah.
without the microphones, probably that would have gone sideways.
Well, if you grab both ankles, it wouldn't even fit. And we're talking tight.
That's right.
Like a shoehorn. Get it in there.
That's right. Oh, boy. But, we're not.
It's not a tractor seat.
Yeah. Someone said something to me about the tractor seat. Who was that? Maybe.
I did not get anything.
Oh, I did. Someone said something to me about it.
And I totally should have asked my dad about it. Although tractors and my dad are probably
that's probably a touchy subject.
An awkward.
Considering what your dad's been through with tractor.
Yeah.
With a tractor.
But he would know what a tractor seat felt like for sure, because it probably swiped him up across the head.
Oh, God. Probably. So there's a pizza restaurant in Grass Valley called Pete's. I mean, isn't every pizza place called Pete's? There's a pizza restaurant called Pete's.
Not the chain.
No. It's like Pete's Brew Pub or something like that. They do big, giant slices of pizza. Pretty good. And it's crispy. It's very good.
Yeah.
But they got rid of them. But when they first opened in that location, the seats there was a bench across the wall with tables. And on the other side of the table, they were all seating. Oh. And all the seating were tractor seats. And they were very uncomfortable to sit in.
That's very Grass Valley.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
Yeah. Well, we got tractor seats, dick jokes, and food. Welcome to Sad Dad's Club podcast.
Absolutely. Pizza.
And pizza. All we missed was churros, which we just nailed.
You just nailed churros.
I got it.
It's in there. Where did Shandis get a churro that was not terrible?
I don't know. Where
was that?
Tell me. Please don't say Taco Bell.
No.
Because that does not happen.
Where was that? Shoot. I can't remember.
Really?
Yeah. But they were good.
Was it after the party? Was it after this weekend? Was it last week? Was it in a prison?
It was last weekend because Melanie was here and she's already back at school. Where did we go?
I don't know.
I don't remember either, but she got a little thing of churros, and they were actually
Was it
good.
like the little bites, or?
They were about this long, and I think there were 3.
In-house made? So it's a Mexican restaurant, yeah?
I want to say it was. I don't think it was Jim Boy's. It was somewhere.
Oh, good God. You can't get like a fast food churro.
Dude, they were good.
Really?
Yeah. I was like, holy, and they were even cold by the time I got one.
Oh.
And I was like, holy crap, these are actually tasty.
Well, surprise.
And I forgot to tell you because that's how I am.
God damn it.
And I'm not going to apologize for it.
Well.
So fuck off.
Well, I'll put my foot up your ass. And
Oh. Do you have an extra boot? Or 3?
I have many boots.
Because it'll take like
at
3 or 4
point,
boots for my ass.
All of the cosplay stuff that I feel like I'm acquiring an assorted amount of leather boots. Yeah. Like Captain America boots.
But what are you going to do with them ever?
I
just keep wearing stuff over.
I re-leverage them as like work boots. Like the Captain America ones were like an actual like military SWAT boot.
I can't see you like out in the yard wearing those boots, like because those are shiny black.
Oh, not the ones that not Saturdays, but I've wore. His are more were the Captain America ones were like textile-y ish. So.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that was like a year or 2 back. Anyway. Yeah.
All right. So we had a good weekend.
We did. I had a lot of fun.
Well, I had a good weekend too.
You were there.
Considering my daughter was home, that was pretty awesome.
Yes.
But then we ended up at a party together.
Yes. #HiDragon, #HiZombie.
Yes.
Who were the hosts
of
a Halloween party festivities.
Very fun.
Yes.
Had a good time. Of course, I had some anxiety.
Much good times.
I had some anxiety leading up to
How many people there knew?
None.
Well, see?
I know, but you get invited to a Halloween party.
Yeah.
there's a certain amount of expectation. You know what I mean? And then, considering how well last year went,
Yeah.
costume-wise,
Yeah.
you would think I could just pull that off again, but apparently not, because you can't find what you're looking for anywhere.
You couldn't lightning in a bottle.
No,
Yeah,
I had a range of things that I was looking for stuff for.
Yeah.
Couldn't find anything. I mean, I spent hours on Saturday going places and
Looking for things.
yeah, like going to the Halloween stores and going to the Party City.
Yeah.
And going to Walmart and Target and Kohl's, and I mean, you name it, man. Sam's Club.
Yeah.
I mean, I was everywhere trying to find things that I'm like, Sam's Club has T-shirts. I'll just get a yellow T-shirt and go as Charlie fucking Brown. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
No, they don't. I couldn't even find a yellow shirt anywhere. Just a yellow T-shirt. No one carries
Just plain yellow.
just a plain yellow T-shirt. No, you just can't find it. And then
How
if
bizarre.
it was yellow, it was Dayglow yellow, which is not even close to the same thing. And I'm like, that doesn't work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you were going to like Sharpie
Yeah.
zigzags?
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
Nailed it.
Yeah, I would have just done that. You know, I would have drawn like a circle hair on my forehead or something. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
You know how he has that little swirly
The
thing.
squirrel.
Yeah. So, but I mean, you know, it was what it was, and it was like I can't back out now. Other people have bought stuff,
Yeah.
and so I just said screw
Well,
it.
you know, like I said, if I can.
Well, part of it was number one, I feel like I'm super calendar challenged, in the sense that
Like you don't know your appointments, or
no, in the sense that like things sneak up on me way before I expect them to. Like in my mind,
Yeah.
I have this visual representation of how the calendar works, and everything's around the bend. Literally in my mind, it's like there's a bend up ahead of like we're in the fall, right?
Yeah.
And it's like around the corner is Christmas. So it's right now Christmas seems way the fuck far away, and it's really not.
no.
But in my mind, it's around the corner, so it is far away.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Yeah.
out of vision. So everything kind of like comes up around the bend like super fast on me,
Like,
and I'm not.
What are you doing for Thanksgiving dinner? You're like, what?
Wait, yeah, we haven't even had Halloween yet.
Right.
You know what I mean? Kind of.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
that kind of
I
guy.
gotcha.
And so I have a hard time with that, and I'm not trying to make excuses, but
yeah.
it is what it is. It's always been like that for me. So there's that, and then there was all kinds of shit going on with like,
you
the
were
dog
overloaded
and,
with nacho and whatnot.
and the daughter coming home and stuff happening at home,
Yeah,
and
you
stuff
know,
like that. So
if you're gauging that kind of extracurricular with other priorities,
yeah,
maybe
I
that's
feel
a
like
sad
though
bad
other
thing.
people definitely have they definitely plan ahead. Like you certainly planned ahead.
Yeah, but we approach it different. Like
Yeah.
I'm the same thing with dates. Like a lot of times I just have so many things like coming at me that I just don't. I almost need like a daily briefing from Venus to like what's happening today, because I have so much input that I can't. You know, a lot of times it's just uncomfortable to try and retain. Monday
Yeah.
has all of these things. Tuesdays has all of these things. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. What day am I not working?
And then
and
that week goes by, and suddenly you're a week closer to some other day.
Yeah.
Right? And it's like, like in my mind, it just goes,
right.
like-
So things like when, for my costume, that was just something where there's like a tangible amount of like passion. So it's like I didn't necessarily know when the party was until Monday.
oh God.
Right? Because it was like, well, at the end of the month, we're doing something at Angie and Mike's.
Right.
But like the date
Is fuzzy
is
out
a
there
moving target down the road. But I knew I had to get the parts together. So it was like that happened in time. Now it's entirely possible because last year was exactly that same scenario. I didn't know where the party and where Halloween fell, and the costume the Batman. I was trying to do Batman last year, and the costume had parts that because I wasn't paying attention to where Halloween fell,
Yeah.
had parts that didn't come until after Halloween. So I ended up redoing a Green Arrow costume.
Okay.
Which was on the podcast, and I was all in leather or something.
Right, right.
So it happens. Like, I'm the same way. Like, the foggy dates, it's like I have an idea and the costume, and if I can get it put together in time,
yeah,
it does. But if not,
Yeah. Well, it doesn't help me. So, when I know that it's like, shit, it's today, I got to find a costume. And the other part of it was, too, is with all these power shut-off things for my office.
Right.
I was sort of, and we would have had power shut-off days, except PG&E brought in generators to run the fucking microgrid that we were on to keep the hospital alive.
Oh.
So I was kind of like banking on, well, I'll have an extra day off.
Right.
So then I'll be able to go and find costume things. And then suddenly it's like, hey, we're open. And it's like, shit, well, there goes a whole day.
Thanks, PG&E.
Yeah. Like, I think it was Thursday. They sent us home last Wednesday, like half day.
Half day, that's right.
And then it was like, well, shit, if we don't have power on Wednesday, we're not going to have power on Thursday. They won't turn it on for at least 48 hours.
Yeah.
Well, then that's when the generators came, and then we had power. And
where
do
they put those?
I'm not even sure.
They're just somewhere jacked into the grid, little tiny grid.
Yeah.
Huh.
It's probably wherever they trunk it out there off the main.
Sounds right.
But so in my mind, I was like, oh, I'll have this extra day and I can go do it on Thursday and that'll be perfect.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, Thursday turned into a working day, which is whatever. But then
that was the
evaporated an entire day worth of
right.
planning on going and getting, now I wouldn't have had that day normally.
But because
given
of the power situation.
Yeah, given the circumstances, I was like,
right.
shit, I'll have this day off and then I can go do costuming then. And then that didn't. That totally dissolved right in front of my eyes.
Life fucked you.
Yeah. And then, and then we're like looking for stuff on Saturday, and my wife's giving me a hard time. Well, you had plenty of time. Well, that doesn't help me because right now I just need to do whatever it is I can do.
Yeah.
And so I got really frustrated. I was like in a bad place Saturday. That was tough. And then it was just like,
you came around though.
I just have to be okay with it.
And I was late because I worked.
Yeah.
So and Venus and Piper had a band thing. They were outside. So we were worried that it was going to be we were going to be so late that it would have been pointless for us to, it's like, but work ended up wrapping up. But then it was, I wanted to make the fried chicken to take a dish because Venus had already pre-cooked little brownie bites and cookies. I'm like, I really want to make some chicken. Chicken.
Yeah.
Well, so that made me late.
After you mentioned, are you bringing the dip? I'm like, I have to bring the dip now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's what I have to bring.
Yeah.
You know what?
Fuck. And I don't know if you heard me too, but so your dip that you make, the artichoke,
the spicy,
jalapeno, cheesy fucking noms.
Awesome.
Anyway.
Yeah.
The cardiac casserole.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. I'm sitting there, I'm just like ham-fisting this shit into my mouth, and I go, I really wish I had a way to scoop half of this pan into like a Tupperware.
You should have.
I didn't have anything. I didn't have anything with me. And the only thing that I brought with the fried chicken still had fried chicken in it.
You could have rinsed it out.
I could have just tossed it over and put it in a bunch of foil and then...
Angie has a kitchen there.
Well, yeah, anyway. but yeah, I wanted to take it and make burritos with it, like a breakfast burrito with it, because it makes like a great starter.
Yes.
Anyway.
It's very good. It's very versatile.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it was, I had lots of fun. Everyone, a couple friends that I sent the pictures of us as a family, realized that Xander was Link, and the rest of us were into the Spider-Verse characters, and it was like, dude does his own.
He does his own thing.
He
looked good though. His little costume was awesome.
He was good. He even like took the time to like make sure that his hair was flipped out. He's gonna get that shit cut though. But
he looked dead on,
the
man.
fucking Link. The only thing he was missing, I guess, we could have
the ears,
but that was much. But he was really
I
jazzed
didn't
about.
notice.
He waited till the last minute too to like get his shield and his sword on his back, and so
Okay.
we were coming up. Before I made the chicken and we left, he's like, "How do I get this on my back?" I'm like, "Dude, really? You want this now?"
Right now.
Because he could have worn it on a side, or
Yeah.
it wasn't like we were trick or treating with it, so he didn't have to necessarily bring it. But he was like, "This is part of my costume." I'm like, "Oh, I can see I've planted the seed."
Oh, yeah.
The cosplay. He needed it as a feature in his anyway. So we're out here like, well, I can strap this with the thing and and then like, are you happy? And he's like, I like this. This is good. This is good.
That's
I'm
cool.
Like, fucking.
I'm just, man, I don't like to dress up much.
No.
Oh, it's a comfort thing,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Anyway.
Maybe if it's the right costume, like last year I was fairly comfortable,
Yeah. Are you thinking about what's next year?
Yeah, I have plans already.
Do you?
I do.
So
I'm not going to give it up, but I have plans already.
Well, see, we've already told ours. So next year, because of where Halloween is falling, we're doing party here.
Oh, okay.
So party here.
All right.
And Venus and I are going to be He-Man and She-Ra.
Okay.
With her being He-Man.
And who's going to be Skeletor? Oh, she's going to be He-Man?
Yeah, she's
going to be... You're going to be She-Ra?
Yeah. Yeah. Right?
Oh, that's funny.
Oh,
okay.
fuck yeah.
All right.
I don't know. Maybe I can get Xander. I could probably make a mask for Xander.
I heard that and just glossed over it and asked a question, and then I realized what you were saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so I'll be She-Ra.
All right.
And she'll be He-Man.
That's funny.
I didn't think about Skeletor, but Xander could do Skeletor.
Skeletor!
Piper, I don't know. She may not.
My brother and I think my little brother, we used to watch He-Man all the time. And so it would be on the TV, and Skeletor would be on, and then I'd hear him say something. And then I started just doing, I am so evil, my evil even scares me.
Yeah.
And my brother and I, my older brother and I would just fucking die laughing.
Close.
Yeah.
It's close.
Yeah, we did a lot. And I could probably call him right now and just say that and listen to him laugh and then hang up.
Yeah,
because he would laugh.
You.
Yeah.
Anyway, I remember having the toys, but I don't remember watching much of it.
Oh.
I think I caught more as it was on the way out, and the G.I. Joes and the Transformers started to take over.
Yeah. Yeah, I was a little old for He-Man, but
yeah.
It was
but
I
I've watched my share for sure. When Power of Grayskull and fucking oh yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it'll be fun. So big party.
Okay. All right.
And then because we have always wanted to do the kind of thing that we used to see over when we usually go trick-or-treating over at the Kerr's house, and 5 to 6 years back and that's still where we go trick-or-treating, but in the heyday they would almost 90% participation from the houses in their like block,
right.
And there was a number of houses, but one in particular that had like the popcorn machine, and they had like a dad and a mom and like a whole crew of people in the driveway just rum and cokes for the parents.
Oh gosh, that would be fun.
So you had you get to this house and you just see like a dude standing behind like a prop up bar, like a tiki bar,
serving,
and you're just like, okay.
I want to do that.
I want to do that.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Well, you know what that reminds me of is like the Christmas street in Rockland.
Yeah.
Like they always have in the you drive around the whole thing, but in the corner in the back, there's always a bunch of stuff going on with people with fires in the driveway, and they're all just hanging out.
The one.
I don't know, behind Bel Air.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
We're on the same.
Yeah. But if you when you get towards the back where it turns left at the very end, there's always people down there in that back corner that are hanging out with the fire, and the one person's got the roll up garage with the thing going on inside the garage.
Yeah.
And people are just drinking and hanging out. I was like, that would be so fun.
Yeah.
Now,
well, and yes.
Granted, you got a bunch of cars on your street, you'll never get anywhere quick.
Right.
If God forbid an emergency should take place.
Oh,
But man, that would be cool just to be able to hang out.
We've been waiting, because it's like, well, if it's not on if it's not on a Friday or a Saturday, then that kind of like involvement in a thing becomes like
troublesome.
Why?
Yeah.
And it certainly when they were younger, like I'm talking stroller and kindergarten and under, it was like school the next day was not a thing, and everyone was having fun.
Yeah.
It gets different when they have homework the next day, or Halloween falls on a Sunday, and you're just like, we aren't staying out late.
Yeah.
And you can't do that kind of thing on Saturday because you're not going to get everyone else who's not you to move Halloween a day ahead.
Right.
So this is like a 2 to 3 years.
So it's on a Saturday, is what you're saying?
I think it's on a Friday.
Oh, it's on a Friday?
Because it was when? Wait, what day? I think it's Friday. I think
tomorrow is Halloween.
Right. So next year will be on a Friday.
On a Friday.
Unless it's leap year and then it's Saturday.
Let me double check it.
So we were like, let's do big one. We need to do a big one. So I've got the smoke machine out here. I'm gonna do a whole bunch.
It is on a Saturday.
So there you go. Yeah, party time, dude.
Saturday the 31st in October next year.
Set your calendar.
Halloween all day.
You're already working on your costume.
I am.
I'm gonna start reminding you because
Please do.
I'll be like, I ain't walking you through this one, homie. I got set up my fog machine in the fucking front yard.
Yeah. All right. No, I have plans already.
Yeah.
Right now, I can't even think of what they are, but Shannon will remember when I talk to her. But, but yeah, so that'll be fun.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that.
We'll have everyone that was there. And
what we should do is do a haunted house. You ever done one of those?
I don't want the fucking people in my backyard, though.
You don't have to do it in your backyard.
I don't want to set up that shit. I just want to pass out booze and have fun and like lounge porch monkey.
But you make the parents go through that shit to get the booze. Oh, you want some booze? Here, sign this waiver.
Oh, super scary rated R haunted house and just like have like a thing right here. It must be 21 or older to enter secret.
Yeah.
Super, and like just back here, just have like that's the gate. Here, you, rum and Coke?
Yeah, there you go.
Margarita?
Uh-huh.
And then out the back, just like scared the shit out of me.
Yeah. Yeah, just say you were scared.
Yeah. I'm sorry, kids. You can't go in there. They had no candy. It was vitamin C tablets and something really gory that...
Super dangerous.
I can't tell you
I think
about.
there was a chainsaw.
You're not old enough.
For sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, that'll be fun.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it.
So if we were going to say from Mike and Angie's party, the all-star costume.
Oh my gosh.
Hands
down.
Hands down. Funwheel.
Yes, absolutely.
So did it have a name? It was just Scary Elmo?
I think it was Scary Elmo. He had like Freddy fingers and a Freddy Krueger hat.
Yeah.
Right? But the thing of it wasn't even just the costume, right?
Right.
It was the fact that this guy stayed in character.
Yes.
The entire night. I never saw him.
I did not hear him break voice or character at all.
He acted as if he was Elmo. He would say stuff. You would have a conversation with him, and he was replying as if he was Elmo the entire.
You would have a normal conversation about stuff and
real stuff,
and he was phrasing it.
He would say stuff like "See us for congratulations," and then he would giggle, like Elmo. And then he had a piece of like tape on his hand that said "Press me." You know how like tickle
like
me Elmo, and if you squeezed his hand, he would just giggle at the top of his lungs like crazy and shake around. Oh my gosh, hilarious!
Yes,
and you could just come up to him and do that anytime, and he would just flip his wig.
He nailed it.
Yeah,
and his impression was
very good.
Yeah, it was top.
It was. In fact, my son said, "I don't think that I could ever see him as anything else besides Elmo now." He nailed it pretty much.
Yeah. And there were a number of people that were like, "Is that a kid? Like, who is that?"
Yeah.
Like, no, that's
Funwheel.
That's Funwheel.
Yeah.
Fucking nailed it, dude. That's absolutely unreal.
Oh my gosh. And the fact that he just never broke character. I mean, that blew my mind.
Yeah. The commitment is
absolutely. For how many hours were there? 2 or 3 hours? A couple hours?
Yeah.
I mean, he was He was Elmo that entire time.
Yeah. I mean, even when I saw him talking with Will, it was like, yeah. I'm like, fuck, dude.
It was so funny.
It's okay. He's like, Elmo need another drink. Hammered. I'm like, fuck. All right. Good drinks from Will. I don't know. He had like I want to say four or five like crafts of different types of drinks.
Were those Will's or Angie's?
I thought Will made them.
Oh, I don't know.
I thought yeah. Maybe. Well, I don't know, but they were all good.
I know Shanna had a lot of the poison apple.
I like that one too.
A few moments later.
But funny stuff and
good times. Yeah. We are undefeated cornhole champions, Sad Dads.
Now I will say this, Mike made a very nice cornhole set.
Yes.
He made that shit.
Yeah.
And I think he bought the bean bags. Right?
Yeah. Well,
he bought a set of bags.
Oh, I bet Angie could stitch him a nice set of cornhole bags, though.
I'm sure, if she had time.
Right.
But, man, that was fun. I enjoyed that.
Yes. Short.
I mean, I typically don't play cornhole, but I enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah.
So.
It's one of those ones where it's like, you don't have to be athletically talented to have
well, I mean, you got to have some
competitive abilities in playing cornhole.
Well, I mean, there was that point at which Ashley stepped in for Data's during our game and couldn't hit the broadside of a barn for a moment.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. But she did improve on each
right.
throw.
If you come at it having never actually done it, then you got it was a little dark.
Had she not played cornhole? Is that what she said?
I thought she said she hadn't.
Oh, I would be surprised.
But she was also in like huge, like thick.
She was a cowgirl.
Boot soled things that were like, and the rocks. She was catching on the rocks anyway.
Oh, okay. Well, that was fun. Yeah, we went undefeated. We beat
Davis and the weird thing is too, I have looked on a number of occasions like to make a board. Venus's side of the family, and we talked about this when we were playing. Venus's side of her family are really into it. Like her uncle has.
They love the cornhole.
They love it. Her uncle has like two really nice boards, and he has like a like on the front of it. There's like a cable attachment that you attach it, and then you just run it, so you get the
distance,
the actual distance.
Yeah.
You can put little bubble levels on it to make sure that they've got the thing. There's a myriad of different ways to surface it. Put LEDs on it so you can play in the dark. So you fucking. I mean, it's like a pizza. There are tons of things that you can do and make. I'm like, man.
Tons of ways you can make a pizza.
Now I feel like I want to make one just so I can say I
so you're going to have one?
Yeah. But, it's been on like that, it's on the to-do list, like the tinker list, but it's like so far down. But now Mike's fucking decorked it. And I'm like, well, fuck. If he can in a weekend, then there's no reason.
I mean, sometimes I'm just like, how do you have time to make this stuff? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, did he just have the wood laying around?
I thought he did.
He just has it laying around?
Well, I mean, he has a truck, too. He lives right next to a Home Depot.
Oh, there's a Home Depot right there?
Yeah.
Oh.
I thought, shit, and Angie had like a materials price list, like, regurgitated on memory, so I think she told him to fucking make it happen.
Oh, that's hilarious.
And he made it happen.
He did a good job,
like a good man.
That was like you couldn't, buy a set to me that looked that nice. He did a really nice job.
Yeah.
He's a pro when it comes to woodworking.
Funny what happens when you put elbow grease into,
yeah,
and something that you want to make look good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Plus, it was nice to have something that got a couple people, like, not inside, not all around the fire, and it helped disperse people until the crowds ebbed and flowed.
I enjoyed it. I would have played more, but I think I got a little inebriated, and I think probably wouldn't have been a good.
Really? You couldn't have done any worse than your son. You could.
He was throwing him into the tree.
He maybe hit the broadside of a barn, but he definitely hit the tree branches.
Oh, multiple times.
The fire, the branches.
I'm like, how about just don't hit the branches? Yeah. You know they're there now.
Yeah.
I mean,
you could try it from the other side of the board.
You might think that you would learn after maybe the third, fourth, or fifth time,
right,
of hitting the branch.
Or the second game.
Don't hit the branch. Just they're there. You've hit them already.
You got to take it easy.
Yeah,
take it easy.
But he has apparently a thick skull. I don't know.
Yeah, and a losing record.
Yeah. Did you guys play at another game, right?
Yes.
Who played in that one?
I believe it was CJ and I, and Mike and Data's.
Oh, again, he paired up with.
I think so.
Data's
yeah, because I think, it was me and CJ.
Okay, and did you guys win?
Yes,
of course.
And we were down. That was what was funny about that game because we were getting. Mike was stomping us.
Yeah. Well, that's how we started out.
And then CJ made a couple really good throws. And Mike, we were 12-11.
Oh, that's getting close.
Or it was 13-12. I can't remember how the points were, but Mike had the board totally loaded up with his bags, and everything was around the hole.
But not in
it. And, God, yeah, that's what it was. And I made a comment because Piper was watching it, and I'm like, well, the only way this ends is, and I can't get it straight through the hole because he had like a bag hanging over the fucking hole. I'm like, if I hit the board at all, I'm gonna knock his shit in.
Yeah.
I throw a fucking bag that literally just goes right through the hole and misses everything around it. And it was like, that's it. That's 15. We're done. Game over.
Oh, that's
and
hilarious.
then it was like,
yeah.
It was quite funny, and I kind of just walked away, like the hero with the explosion.
Well, I don't know where you went, but during our game, I got 2 holes in a row for 6 points.
Yeah,
there was they had 1 or 2 bags on the board, so I think I ended up with 4. But I had 2 go in the hole.
I think I only had 1 good throw, and it was the one that won me the second game.
Oh,
I think between the 2 of us,
make it count.
You had more straight shot holes. And I just happened to hit the board every once in a while.
No, you did good. Between the 2 of us, we kicked ass for sure.
Well, okay.
But we went down. They went up on us 5-0.
Yeah,
and then we just came roaring back.
Wrecked us pretty good there at the beginning, and then they stalled.
Chandler started throwing it in the trees.
Man, there ain't no birds up there, bro.
Yeah, you're not gonna knock down any.
There aren't any bags hanging up there.
No, and there's no hole.
No,
not up there.
Not up there.
He doesn't seem to get that. So that was fun. I enjoyed that. That was a good time for sure.
Yeah.
I needed that. So see, that's where not having a costume and the frustration and all that stuff, I had to just let it go.
Yeah, it paid off.
Make it to the thing. Yeah, and that ended up being a good time for sure. I forgot what else we had to talk about. Anything else? I have to look at my notes.
Good party, good booze, good friends, good stuff. What did we miss?
Nothing.
Nothing?
No.
You got news? You got a news tiblet? Anything? We have a circle back on the permissions thing and the political ads. I don't know if you saw the Twitter thing.
Oh, I think I saw. I did. How Twitter wasn't going to allow
so
political ads.
Twitter just today, at the tail end of the afternoon, said that they were not going to allow paid political ads.
More power to them.
That's it.
Good.
He just pretty much left a bag of steaming shit on Mark Zuckerberg's doorstep and went, now what are you going to do?
That's smart. Keep it out of the social media.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly.
He had a series of tweets, which I'll probably put in a link in the description down below.
Who, Zuckerberg?
No, Jack, the Twitter CEO, was like, in some capacity, kind of like outlining exactly how they came to the conclusion of what they did. It was essentially you're paying for reach, not necessarily. It wasn't worth the revenue, and it wasn't worth that. They're
going to get their revenue from other sources anyway.
Someone else they'll figure something out. You can put more earbuds, AirPods, whatever ads on there or something, and they'll be fine, minus the political ads.
Dude,
are they taking in less money? Well, sure, because there were plenty of people that were right off the bat were like, well, I'll take my money elsewhere. It's like, well, okay.
You're going to have to.
Yeah.
Because that's exactly what they
plan
said.
your marketing strategy, otherwise.
Yeah.
So it was interesting to see as far as when you think the two social media juggernauts, they had what couldn't be any more bipolar of an approach to political ads.
Right.
It was like they went Twitter is going one way, Facebook was amorphous and went another way.
Yeah.
And then I saw just yesterday, it was someone that was essentially gaming the system for the Facebook was Facebook's perspective on the political ads. It was a guy went to San Francisco and registered for the 2020 or 2022 to run it for as governor. It's a game. It's not serious, but he has the actual legitimate paperwork to run as a candidate for governor in California so that he can put unfact-checked campaign ads on Facebook. That will say whatever he wants.
I
because,
didn't see this, but that's funny.
Oh, yeah. And Facebook went, no, we won't allow that. And he went...
So they backtracked on what they said.
On him specifically, because...
He specifically said that's what he was going to do.
Because that's... Exactly.
So if they don't say that, and they just run it falsely, then they're like, whatever. But if you say you're going to do that, then they're like,
Then
no.
they have to check you. Which
gosh.
was the funny haha with my tweets in the last couple of days, was like, well, I'm not saying I'm gaming the system, but I'm saying I may consider a run for president of the United States so that I may choose to run ads on a platform of my choosing.
Yeah.
Foo 2020.
Except not Twitter.
It wouldn't be on Twitter.
No, definitely not.
Apparently, I'm only afforded opportunities for political candidacy and ads on Facebook.
false ads.
And false ads.
Yeah.
Not that I would condone that, but if they were to happen to be generated for my campaign manager, Mr. Flaptangles.
I mean, isn't that one of the things about politics in general that people get super frustrated about is all the slinging of the dirt and the mud on each other, on TV ads and stuff. People just get so tired of that stuff. It's almost like it happens so much that it just breaks you down to the point to where you just accept it.
Yeah.
And now Facebook's just like, yeah, do whatever,
Good luck.
Yeah. Yeah,
it's very frustrating because you just want as clear cut and as
I get where they're
benign.
coming from. We talked about this at length, but
Yeah.
I get where they're coming from. But at the same time, it's just.
We saw. Let's see.
I think it's smart of Twitter just to stay out of it.
I think so too. Yeah.
Yeah.
We saw Donna got power back, so Foothills seems like they've got are getting their power back. My dad was down here
Saturday,
Sunday,
and
he brought some pomegranates and whatnot.
Non-powered pomegranates.
Non-powered pomegranates, and he has like scruff. He has
Does he have an electric shaver?
No, but I think when you're in
the
camping Nevada County camping mode, you just have zero fucks about it. Anyway. Like, you got power? He's like, fuck no. Like, how long you been out without power? He's like, I don't know, Friday? Friday sounds about right.
He doesn't even know.
Yeah, he don't care. And he's just kind of like, Friday kind of come off. Somewhere about Friday. His tenant that he has in the room above him, a real nice lady who was, I can't remember if I mentioned this a couple weeks back, but she was She lost her home in the Paradise Fire.
Oh.
So now she stays in his for rent room. Has a American Indian heritage, but lost her home in Paradise, so she stays there. And I'm not sure if she's going backwards, but she's afforded all these things from FEMA, as far as not reparations, but she's got allowances,
disaster.
Yeah, she's got relief funds.
Okay,
that's what I was looking for.
I wish I got funds every time I relieved myself.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a check.
Write it.
Look at this check. I just put in the ball.
Nothing bounces here.
She's been helping out with, remember we were talking about like the acreage up there.
Yeah.
Kind of getting away from him.
Yeah.
She put together this small, 3x5 card, pomegranates, $1 each, organic, whatever. Apparently, she is like well connected up there, so she's going around and giving out these little things, and my dad is selling the pomegranates.
Oh, good.
From the pasture.
Nice.
So
I mean, if he doesn't go pick them and stuff, they just rot.
He can't. He'll take them and he'll make like pomegranate juice, and
he is actively pulling or
right. He
harvesting them.
He won't end up consuming all of them in some form or fashion.
I just picture
but he'll
your
get
dad like laying there with like stains all over. Pomegranate pieces just all.
He'll get maybe 50 to 60% ish
return on it.
Yeah, because he'll juice a lot of it.
Is he putting it in vape pens yet? Yeah, that's the cool new thing.
No, he doesn't want to cause those kids cancers.
I mean, it's natural, right? So
right. Well, you never know. You shouldn't vape.
Shouldn't vape.
Did you? Yeah, shouldn't vape. You just put the pomegranate in your face hole. Did you see the thing that was going around? It was a guy who was showing you how to properly cut.
Oh yeah, I did.
Did you? So
is that for real?
When he had them in the bag, and I went, hold on a second.
Hold on.
I have to see this because
you cut like a square
Did we do the pineapple one? Did you see the pineapple one too?
I vaguely remember that.
So you would pull like each of the little niblets of the pentagonal shapes of the pineapple would like segment out from the core.
Uh-huh.
Did you see that one?
I don't know. I don't remember.
It went around
remember
like
something about
I've
that.
never eaten a pineapple that way. Like I can't believe it's been that simple. So we tried that in the house because I'm like, really? How did we never think about eating a pineapple this way?
Right.
You lose so much to the core. Turns out that's bullshit.
Okay.
The only way that happens is if like you pre-score each of those segments with like a toothpick or a very thin-bladed knife, like a paring knife or something, and then you're staging it so that way you go, oh look, and you peel off a segment and you eat it, and you're like, oh, doesn't happen. I did the pomegranate thing. So you cut the X, you pull off the bottom of it, and then you eyeball where the membranes are, and you come down on each membrane. Fucking works.
Just comes right apart.
And it comes apart like a fucking pie.
Oh,
and
man.
all you're left with are the
kernels.
The kernels. Yes, 100% confirmed works.
So I have had my. I think I even tweeted at some point about pomegranates and like, don't. What the fuck is the point of a? I mean, you can't eat this fuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck, pomegranate? Kind of a thing.
Yeah.
But if you can do that, are you supposed to eat the whole thing with the seed inside?
What I do is when because I cut it open, I will like break off and fill up my palm with like a good handful of the
kernel.
The kernels. They have a fucking name and it's totally blanking on me.
But there's like a seed inside each one, right?
So I will just eat it and like almost essentially like compress it, which
so
squeezes out all the juice, and then I will spit the pulp into the garbage can or something.
Okay.
So it's kind of like it's messy like a sunflower seed, unless you're one of those freaks that eat the whole sunflower seed.
No, I just want the seed out of the shell. I don't want to eat the damn shell.
I don't want that shit coming out my backside, fucking sharding. No, thank
Yeah,
you.
tearing up your rectum.
No thanks.
Yeah, I'm bleeding from my asshole. It's
No, I'll
because
put-
you're eating the fucking
Yeah,
shells.
don't do that. Yeah. I have a hard time enough
What
with
about pumpkin seeds? Do you eat the whole thing?
pumpkin seeds? I will eat
I eat the whole thing.
the entire thing.
Okay. Especially the best is now that we're on Halloween stuff.
Oh, yeah.
When you do your carving and you get all the seeds out of the goop,
Yeah.
and then you rinse them all down real
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you let them drain.
Yeah.
And you put them in a cookie sheet.
Yeah.
And you just sprinkle them with salt. And then throw them in the oven.
Oh.
350.
So you're missing a step.
What?
You soak them in salt water.
Oh, don't need that.
Oh, yeah. And then what's your salt? Is it just normal salt?
We've done a couple different kinds, but I like the...
I use seasoned salt.
Yeah, well, either that or like the... What's the pink Himalayan salt or whatever?
Oh,
that
Jesus.
or
First world shit.
Oh yeah, dude. But man, and then you bake them in the oven until they start getting crispy and brown. You start hitting them a little crackly, and then you pull them out, and they're hot out of the oven like that. Oh god, that's good.
And I won't. That's the only pumpkin seeds I'll eat. I don't buy the
store ones are shit.
Don't buy those.
They don't cook them.
And it's been a while, but pumpkin seeds and seasoned salt. Like that's the only. And
so what, like Lowry's or something?
Yeah,
or,
yeah. The red topped.
I think we
Lowry's
did
salt.
garlic salt one time.
I'm sure that's. But like for me, it's like there's like a mimetic. Like I see pumpkin seeds and I taste seasoned salt.
Oh really?
It's like Apple Hill and apple cider. It's like
they go together.
Those things, like I can almost like visualize the taste without. It's like pumpkin seeds have to have seasoned salt.
Well, I hadn't considered. I'll have to try that next time. Maybe I'll do like half and half.
Yeah.
Because when Melly was home this weekend, she bought a pumpkin.
Yeah.
And carved it. We should put it in the freezer.
Yeah.
Anyway, and carved it, and so we had pumpkin seeds.
And frankly, I'm surprised actually that pumpkins have fucking seeds anymore. I mean,
why?
Watermelons don't.
That's true.
I'm
just
being
ones.
like pretend,
you can get,
dick, sad dad.
Well,
like,
you can get seeded.
In my
watermelons.
day, our pumpkins had seeds.
Well,
now you buy them and they've got faces painted already on them. Fucking youngins.
I bought Melly's pumpkin. Just came pre-carved.
Are you fucking shitting me?
No, I'm just fucking with you.
Yeah.
No,
like, what?
No, she carved it.
Do you carve pumpkins?
Yeah. I mean,
I was one of those things too.
I love carving pumpkins.
I will carve the shit out of pumpkins
if
I've got time.
Yeah. Well, that's. I think the last couple years it ended up being like, oh crap, it's Halloween night, and then I'm like carving pumpkins.
We don't have one.
The doorbell's
for
ringing.
This year.
You know what I mean?
I think that changes too.
With your kids getting certain ages.
That.
Yeah.
And because we don't have Halloween here, and we don't trick or treat here, it's like I mean, actually, this would probably be the first year where we don't have even pumpkins as decor on the porch. But normally we'll carve one or two, and then we take it over to the Kerr's house, and we'll put it on their doorstep. So, I mean, the last couple of years, it's been like a Destiny game themed, like their ghost or a character from the video game. I'll carve onto it, and then we'll ship it over there.
Are you not going there this year?
No, we will.
Oh.
But it's so sad, Dad.
Uh-oh.
So, yeah, Xander got invited to go trick-or-treating with a friend.
This is what happens.
Down the street.
Uh-huh.
And I, can I go trick-or-treating with my friends? So they're doing a group thing, and it's in our neighborhood just down at the other end of the turn-in here.
Yeah.
But with a bunch of his friends, and this was Thursday. I found this out Thursday or Friday. It was before we went to Mike and Angie's, and I went, well, yeah, he can go, but
what am I?
Why? I have a costume. Where do I do with my costume?
You just linger in the back in your costume.
No one asked. He didn't. He's going with his friends.
He didn't say, "Dad, do you want to go?"
No, he did not. And they're having parent chaperones with them. And I went, well, fucking.
He should say, "My dad has a really."
Why are we going to the Kerr's?
He said, my dad has a really badass costume. Can he come?
Yeah, he didn't do that.
Oh.
He just kind of
Probably the other parents aren't even dressing up.
I would bet they aren't.
Probably not. You're the badass
I
one.
am.
Yeah.
So, I'm like, well, what now? What do we do for Halloween now? Like, how do I get my candy?
Well, yeah.
So Piper will...
Sophomore, right?
Yes. Piper is...
That's about the age you'd stop doing it. I mean, I think freshman year for me was my last time.
Yeah.
And we just skated around. We went for like as much candy as possible. So.
She may... I mean, I'm not going to put protocol into her mouth, but she may be more chaperone than I think last
participation.
Yeah, I'm sure she's going to go to her share of doors. But I don't know. I mean, she'll probably be the oldest there. It may be more chaperone, and she may just get a cut. But usually all the parents are putting enough candy inside the house that she'll get whatever candy she wants. But then, it's all of a sudden now that's hitting me.
Yeah, it's changing.
So that's why next year is really important. Because if I can't go to Halloween, I will bring that shit to me.
That's right.
Yeah.
I remember my older brother, #HeySean, him and his wife would bring their kids to our house.
Yeah.
Because our neighborhood was a lot easier to trick or treat in when it was when they lived in Fair Oaks.
Yeah.
And their neighborhood was fairly big as far as like in between houses. Mm-hmm. So it was a lot for the little kids. Mm-hmm. So they would come to our house, and there was funny stuff that happened when they came. And now they're in El Dorado Hills.
Yeah.
They don't come to our house anymore.
Maybe that's the transition. Is that the transition as a sad dad? Is it like you either host a party or you just decommission the holiday?
Well, I mean, we still participate. I mean, we'll give out candy.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
When the kids were here, we would do pumpkins and stuff.
Yeah.
Probably this might be the
Would you
first
trick or
year.
treat there in your neighborhood, or would you go?
Yeah, we would trick or treat in our neighborhood.
Yeah.
But this might be the first year I don't do a pumpkin in a long time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
it's the thing about the Kerr's place where we go, because we've seen Toast's boys.
Oh yeah.
Over there. Uh-huh. So it used to be like a central place because everyone was participating, and you can tell. I mean, in the 5 to 6 years that we were talking about, like the guys that that family moved, and the people that took over don't do that.
Yeah.
But we've even seen, the participation of the houses directly around there has even gone down. But you still see.
But it's as the kids get older, right? There's less participation.
Yeah. You could see it. So I'm like, man.
I mean, our neighborhood was full of kids back in the day. Full of kids. Our door was constantly opening, and we would go through candy and run out.
Yeah.
And now we'll buy candy and like maybe go through half, and it's sort of cyclic. So we used to have that where it was super busy for a long time, and then it just sort of like tapered off, and then it was like one year there was like hardly any, and then now it's sort of kind of grown a little bit from just people in the neighborhood, like new people or people who have lived there for a long time's kids having kids.
Yeah.
And now they're coming by, so it's like it's just sort of cyclic.
I think. God, see, I'm such a kid at heart.
Yeah.
Like I would have a hard time. I think that's where I start to move my like energy. I'll always love dressing up, like the cosplay part of it. I had a really good, lengthy conversation with Grant. #Hi Grant. He's was making costumes for his girls. He made these 2 robot costumes for his girls. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Like, man, I enjoy that part of Halloween, and even outside Halloween. I don't think that'll ever go away for me. So if the kids move on from, I think now that I'm thinking heavily about it, I can see how Piper's probably, if this isn't the last where the whole trick-or-treating is a thing, who's to say that cosplay and dressing up is going to be a thing?
Yeah.
I have no qualms in, like, being that if I have to build up a place where the younger kids in the neighborhood that I know are still here that are younger than Xander,
Right.
you know, I'll bring the kids here to make sure that they've got a fun place.
Yeah.
Because I love Halloween.
You ever heard the Seinfeld stand-up comedy thing where he talks about? They actually turned it into a book. Where they talk about doing trick-or-treating and wearing the costume with the thin thing and how it's cutting into your skin and like how nothing fit right and all that stuff. He has a whole comedy routine on it.
Yeah.
And it's pretty funny. It was like I listened to that comedy routine. I was like, yeah, that's kind of it for me. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it was always uncomfortable and nothing fit right, and everything was always a big pain in the butt, and like, you know, you put on a costume, but it was cold, so you had to wear a coat over it, or, you know, something crap like that. And, you know, he had a whole like comedy bit on.
I remember those, like the plastic masks with
the string,
that elastic that would fucking pinch your hair and shit. Oh my god! And the little eye slits that would like gouge into your bottom eyelid.
Exactly.
Man.
Yeah, those were awful.
No, thank you.
They've come a long way.
Yeah, you like start to talk through the mask, or you're like putting your tongue to it.
Yeah, or you're just breathing, and it's like moisture's collecting on the mask, so then the inside's wet.
Yeah,
and then it's like you're touching it with your face, and then your face is wet.
It's so funny to like now think of like the dichotomy between those masks and like the 3D printed mask that I made for my Spider-Man. I'm like, yeah,
because you can make stuff that fits you perfectly.
Yeah.
Compared to something you went and bought at the store that didn't fit. I ain't going
to Kmart. What are you talking about? Optimus Prime mask? I'm going to print an Optimus Prime helmet, and I'm going to have LED and actuating Arduino fucking eye slits and shit.
To be fair, not everybody has access to a 3D printer.
Right. Well, yeah.
I mean, now you can 3D print in steel, so have fun.
Oh yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
But not everybody can do that either.
No.
You know.
No, that's some first world Adam Savage shit.
Yeah. I mean, the fact that you can make your own costume parts, that would be fun. You know what I mean? Like bits and pieces, and you can find stuff online on how to do that, or design it yourself for that matter.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
As we were getting ready to like prep some of the stuff we were talking about for tonight, I realized like, oh man, you know, because I was talking with Grant about the costumes he made. Like, man, I think it's time I start working on like the Master Chief suit. But then I realized I was She-Ra next year, so that would be a waste of time.
That's hilarious.
I got to start working on my legs.
Well, that reminds me of when Will was Super One. Remember that? Like
a
couple years ago.
Yeah.
That was pretty funny.
Yeah.
I think that was the first time I met Fun Will.
Might have been.
Yeah, for me.
He was Wonder Woman.
Fun Will was?
Fun Will was Wonder Woman.
What wasn't Will Wonder Woman too? Weren't they both?
No, he was Supergirl.
Supergirl.
And Fun Will was Wonder Woman.
Okay. All right, I had those backwards.
Yeah.
All right.
We are at time.
Damn. Just like that.
Just like that.
All right. Well, that's sad.
Next week we'll be talking about candy and how we can get each other to eat an Almond Joy.
You're not going to get me to eat one of those.
And you'll spend half the podcast going,
oh, God. Almond Joy or Mounds. Those are the two worst candies. Because you know why?
Because...
Right?
It's coconut.
Oh, that is the actual type of coconut that makes me dislike coconut, is the Almond Joy Mounds coconut. That
I'll save the because I saw a list of the worst candies. So I'll save
those.
that.
Should be the very top of the list as far as I'm concerned.
It wasn't.
Damn it.
But I'll save that for next week.
We need to make our own list of the worst candies.
Okay.
Yeah. And those are at the top.
Okay. We'll do a Sad Dad's number ones.
I won't have any kids that will have candy. We have to go buy our own damn candy this year.
I guess that kind of taints the list, doesn't it? It's the number one candy.
The wife says, what kind of candy does our people that are coming to the door want? And I'm like, I don't know. How do I know what kind of candy the kids want? She goes, what kind of candy
do our people want?
The kids coming to the door want? I'm like, oh. Well, take
Reese's
five.
Pieces.
Take fives.
Take fives and
Oh,
hot
wow.
tamales.
And anything with dark chocolate.
No.
You don't like dark chocolate?
No.
All right, that's for another show. I'm just going to say that right now.
All righty.
Thanks for listening, everybody.
We'll catch you next week.
Have a good week and enjoy the almond.
Have a happy and
enjoy.
safe Halloween. And watch out for
yeah.
the razor blades and cars.
And needles.
Yeah.
And
It's super
staples.
bad.
All right.
Anyway.
Bye.
Bye.